Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to some more Need for Speed Underground 2. Now in the last episode, or in the last few episodes in fact, we basically figured out the way these episodes are going to work. From now on there's going to be a couple of races, then a URL race, and then we're going to cut it off and we're going to be constantly looking at the little chart thing to see how many events we've got left and stuff, because we're not too far away from the end. I'll show you what I mean. Cole Harbour West. We're 70% of the way through this region apparently. We've got to do 12 more races? Maybe? Yeah, 12. And we got to win 3 more URL races. Now, we have a lot of circuit races, but I'm kind of bored of doing circuit races the last few episodes. We've been doing a lot of circuit racing, so we are going to do some sprint racing today, because the sprint races are far more interesting than the circuit races. We might even get into some Street X as well later on in this episode, or that might be next episode. Either way, we are just going to be going through the events. I'm fairly certain I have to complete all of these and before I can actually finish the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter what order we go through. To be honest with you, I might do quite a few races in this episode and in the next episode, and just actually, if a URL race pops up, just leave it until the next episode, if that makes any sense, and then just sort of do it then. Because, as I believe I've said before, in this series, basically, we are actually just waiting for the end of the game now. There's not really much more we can do. All our cars are fully customized, or, the Skyline's got visual rating 10. We could, go ahead and upgrade it, but to be honest with you, there isn't really much point. We've got the 3000 GT, which is the car which I prefer to look at, and as well as being that, it's also the Skyline and this, they're both four-wheel drive. They'd handle kind of similar. The Ford Mustang, I might do a few more bits to, but I'm not too sure. Ultimately, I don't think there's any point of really modifying the Skyline anymore, just because, essentially, I believe the Skyline might be marginally better than the 3000 GT, but they're both, four-wheel drive cars. They'll handle relatively the same. So, I'm not sure. Maybe I've been joking about this for a while. I'm still, extremely tempted to just buy a Vauxhall Corsa to take the piss. And get that upgraded, put it on spinners, give it huge exhausts and stuff, but I'm not too sure on whether we're going to do that or not. I would like to do that because it would be funny, but I don't know whether that's going to be something we sort of do towards, after we finish the game in the My Cars creation, or whether I genuinely do it in the career mode. I'm not too sure. Either ways, let's get into this. I apologise if my voice sounds a bit weird. I'm a bit sniffly. Apparently I've got a cold or something, which is decided just to conveniently set in just before I started recording, which is good. However, the good news is today, well, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but the good news is I've actually got this today off. I've actually got a pretty non-busy week, so lots of recording this week, I feel. I might even get this game finished this week, to be perfectly honest with you. Although the videos, if I do that, will probably be going into next week. I'm not losing to a Corolla GTS. I am losing to a Corolla GTS. Okay, restart. Okay, excellent. Great start. Should really mute the microphone then. I do apologise if that came over a little excessive on the thing. Right, I am not losing to a Corolla GTS. I'll lose that other 3000 GT even if it does look silly, but a Corolla, really? It's not even a real AE86 after all. Which I'm surprised no one's actually commented about that on. I was watching regular car reviews, which is one of my new YouTube addictions. I watched the review of the AE86, and it turns out that the car in this game that I keep calling the AE86 isn't actually an AE86, it's like an AE88 or something like that. It's not like a real AE86, but whatever. I don't particularly care. I'm not a huge JDM fan anyway, or at least the late 80s, 90s JDM cars, just they don't interest me whatsoever. The A86, S13 Silvia, S14 Silvia, 240SX, even like the Mark 1 MX-5, none of those cars particularly interest me. So yeah, I don't know too much about them. Of course, late 90s JDM is a bit different. 3000 GT, as I've spoken before, is my favourite JDM car, or Japanese car. Is it my favourite I'm not sure if it's my favourite Japanese car. I think it's my favourite, like, true JDM-y car, I guess. Favourite Japanese car, I don't know, I'm still liking the EK9 Civic. But, yeah. For those of you who know me, you'll know I love the EK9 Type R. That's a great, great car. I'd love to get one of those one day. But importing them and stuff, by the end of it, you're basically paying like 6-7 grand for a Civic. And while it's a very, very good Civic, it's you know, I'd rather just sort of spend 900 quid and get a nice looking EX and put a body kit on it. There we go. Anyways, return to explore mode, or free roam mode as everyone else would probably call it. Okay, there's the big fat ugly Xbox controller. That's actually, I don't think that's not a first generation Xbox controller. The first one was much worse. That's the second one. I don't think I ever touched the first gen Xbox controller. I had a thingy one. I had that one that you just saw on the screen. That model. Right, where are we going? I'm gonna go over here. There's lots of hotels and stuff around here. I have noticed that much. Bayview is actually like one of the nicer cities in the Need for Speed games, I guess. You know, I saw Fail Race say something about this city. You know, compared to NFS 2015, this city feels so much more alive and like bustling with activity. It's got big bright lights everywhere, while there's NFS 2015's very, very dreary and dark and not particularly, I don't want to say it's not good looking at night, because the game, you know, has its pretty moments, but yeah, this game, at least on an atmospheric level, is probably better. You know, not knocking NFS 2015, I enjoyed it enough. I mean, I played for the game twice now, I think. Sorry, I've got a itch. Anyways, yeah, I've played through the game twice, so I can't really complain about it too much, but yeah, it's an AI car in a wall there, apparently. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was just expecting a bit more of it. If it had a lot more customization, and if you wasn't restricted to 5 cars, like, don't get me wrong, 5 cars in this game barely works, but yeah, I don't particularly like the 5-car thing in this game. But it's nowhere near as bad as it is in NFS 2015, because NFS 2015 has double the car list that this game has. Although this game has like double the customization, so I guess touche on that. There's a Peugeot 106 with an almighty wing and an all-disgusting rear bumper. We've got a Ford Mustang, which is even more interesting to look at. Oh, and a 240SX. Now, what amazes me, this is just what I absolutely love, is the fact that all of the cars you first start the game off with are, you know, when they're fully upgraded, they're nowhere near as good as, say, this 3000 GT. This is a fully upgraded Mitsubishi. Yeah, apparently in these races, they can basically overtake you on the final lap constantly. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, at this level, I'd expect to see skylines constantly, but no, you see whatever random car it decides to put in here. You know, at the start of the game, I think on one of the first episodes, actually, we had a Peugeot 106 face off against the Toyota Supra. Now that makes no sense, but equally what makes no sense is the fact that there's a Peugeot 106 in this pack and he's actually keeping up. So yeah, it's a little bit odd. It's early 2000s catch-up systems. They're not the best, but you know, I still love this game. You know, some of you may be thinking, like, you know, are you starting to tire of it a bit, or is it not as good as you originally thought it was? No, this game is still amazingly good. The issue I've had with it is just, you know, recording videos, you know, it takes a bit more time than just playing through the game normally. And you have to make sure, you know, you have nothing to do on that day. You don't constantly need to pause it. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. Whereas, you know, if I was to just play through this game normally, this game would have been done, like, 5 months ago. Which is sort of why, you know, I'm tempted to replay this and indeed some other sort of Need for Speed games and stuff over on TRE playthroughs. Because the TRE playthroughs, I don't actually have to record the voiceovers. It's a non-commentary channel. The link's in the description, always is, if you want to check out TRE playthroughs. It hasn't had any, like, we haven't actually started playing through any games at the moment. It's mostly just there for the Need for Speed Most Wanted Challenge series. And I also did some Forza 4 Power Top Gear lap things on there. And what else did I do? I did something else. Oh yeah, I did the Forza 2 time trials, or some of them. I'm not, you know, I haven't uploaded to that channel in months, so don't expect, like, new, fresh content on that channel. But, you know, I intend to start doing, like, long plays of games on there, like Underground 2 and stuff, because it could work. You know, just record it for literally, like, an hour, 2 hours straight and just upload that. I don't know how many views it would get, but, yeah, it's what I'm tempted to do. But I'm ultimately not too sure. It's a weird colour for an RX-7, that. Swiss Tuner Magazine Opportunity. Okay, it's up there. Right, we'll do this one sprint race. We're actually not too far into this episode. Well, so we'll do this other sprint race. And then I might go and investigate that special event. Yeah, this sprint race looks like it's going to last forever. So, I'll do this sprint race, go investigate that special event, probably end the episode off. And then in the next episode, we'll do some Street X. I think that sounds like a plan. Got a ZX3 there. I found out what ZX3 meant recently, which of course it means Z-Tech. X3 refers to the number of doors the car has, which is cool. So, yeah, I do love the first generation Ford Focus. If I couldn't get an EK9 Civic, I would be seriously tempted by a Mark 1 Focus, like maybe even like the ST170, blue ST170 with 5 doors. If such a thing exists, I think. Now I know the ZX3 was the sort of the premier Focus in America. I'm fairly certain they also did like an SVT 5-door or something like that. For those of you who don't know, I like, for some strange reason in cars, I really like to have 5 doors. My current car has 5 doors. One of the reasons I bought it is because it has 5 doors. And in case you're wondering, the amount of times I've used, you know, or had enough people in my car to warrant using any of the back doors is 3 times, I think. And I've had the car now for a month. Right, we're going to restart because I'm just smashing into everything. I don't know why. The traffic seems to be in some really stupid places, but it does. So we'll just restart and do it that way. Right, anyways, we'll do it live. But yeah, I've had the car for like going on 2 months. I've used the back doors 3 times. But, you know, it's still nice to have. So, I don't know. I'm weird like that, so. Yeah, I'd quite like a 5-door Focus. That'd be cool. Apparently insurance on Focuses is a little odd here. I'm not too sure, like, or at least it's odd if you're, you know, under the age of 25, which I am, because the insurance companies think you're just going to write cars off all the time because that's the way insurance companies think, because the insurance companies in this country are idiots. Essentially. From what I understand, in America it works a lot differently, although I have seen, you know, you know, you see people like a AR-12, for example. Not, you know, not knocking the guy or anything, but you know, he's got a R32 Volkswagen as his first car, and you know, you've got even, let's say, Test Drive. You know, he's got a Ford Ranger with a 2.5 litre petrol engine. In this country, you would be raped over the cobbles for that. An R32 in this country would cost about £14,000 for me to insure at the cheapest, which, in case you're wondering, is about 22-ish thousand dollars. It's pretty damn expensive. The Ranger, the 2.5 litre petrol Ranger, would... Oh, okay, we're sent a Lexus line. In case you're wondering, for God's sake, I'm so switching to automatic soon. I drive an automatic, it's so fart's sake. Anyways, I was saying words were coming out of my mouth. Yeah, pickup trucks are actually extremely uncommon, should I say, in this country. I think the most popular pickup truck is probably the Mitsubishi L200, and you don't see a lot of them about. So, yeah, but still, for a pickup truck, you'd be like looking at about £5,000-7,000. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it personally, but hey, if you know, whatever. Right, let's try and win this race. I seriously don't want to be overtaken on the final bit, because this is a long-ass sprint race, apparently. I say long-ass, it's going to be just over 3 minutes long, but still, I mean, compared to some of the races we've had in this game, excuse me, that's fantastically long. It's nowhere near as bad as those damn circuit races. Those ones can be absolute arses. But yeah, at least it's not that bad. Right, maybe I should have taken that shortcut. I don't think anyone else is going to, because it's a little bit risky. Right, let's just try and stay ahead. Apparently this guy behind me is gaining... Oh, bollocks. Look behind on carbon. You press the back thing on this, apparently it changes gear. That's useful to know, at least for future reference. Right. We'll go investigate the special event, and then I think I shall end the episode off. And then in the next episode, I will do the Street X bits that we need to do, because apparently we've got no more sprint races to do. So, I mean, I don't know if we have to clear all the events out in this area now. I'm not sure. Hopefully this is just to take a picture. Wow, look, your car's on the cover of a magazine. I bet it will be a drive-to one, but I would like it if it was just a, you know, hey, you're on the cover of a magazine now. Yeah, it's a, let's have a race somewhere. At 1:15 to get to there on Jackson Heights. Okay, so that's not too hard. The hardest bit of this is probably just going to be trying to get there as fast as possible. There's only one route, so I don't have to think too much about routes. You literally just go left here and then just follow the road up. It's just trying to keep that speed up, as well as trying not to have any accidents on the way up, because, yeah. Please don't slow down. There we go. Right, 45 seconds to climb the hill. Go, Mitsubishi! The mighty event camera. I've had to turn that off in carbon just because it's ridiculous. Also, I apologise if you can hear rain. Currently, England's apparently going under some storm. I've forgotten the name of it. Basically, heavy rain, heavy wind and stuff. I'm not going outside today, so that's fine. I don't need to drive the car or anything, so... Yay, you made it on the cover of a magazine. Check it out. There we go. I've got some photoshopped girl next to my car, apparently. Woo. Woo indeed. I don't know why that Escalade's got flames coming out the back of it, but it does. It also has a carbon fibre hood, apparently. Right, anyways. That's going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to go and do some Street X racing, I think, because we haven't done any Street X in ages, and Street X is so much fun. And then we'll probably have to do some circuit races, just so we can check Cole Harbour West. We have 9 more events to do by the looks of it, and 3 more URL races, so yeah, that's cool. Anyways, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name's been the Real Emile. Until next time, farewell.